Why do you support Donald Trump?
I think in a business standpoint, he's the best thing for this country.
Okay, why so?
This country needs to be ran by a business leader, in my opinion. It's a huge corporation. America's a huge corporation.
What makes you think that?
What makes you think otherwise?
So I don't think that we should run our government specifically like a business, because it is the case that we aren't for profit in terms of our government, right? And I think
True.
having specifically just a for-profit model literally leads to negative outcomes in certain circumstances. So if we don't want specifically just full-on max profits, and we want to benefit people based upon their specific conditions, and we want to benefit their quality of life, well, we need to establish a baseline for everyone, right? And I don't think that Donald Trump's policies do that. I think it specifically eats away at that baseline, specifically for people in need, to give massive tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires, and to benefit those that already have so much.
I mean, those are his buddies, so yeah, that makes sense. Most freaking politicians, when they get into office, they're going to help out their buddies. Everybody does it, no matter what side of the aisle you're on.
I'm sorry, why would you want him to help out his rich buddies, right, rather than specifically help out the American people? I think Democrats are more focused on affordability and what the American people need, right, than Donald Trump, who specifically is not focused on what the American people need.
At least where I live right now, and being in the military myself, it's been great every time he's in office. Honestly, every time a Republican is in office, things get better for me and my family. Everything costs better. Gas goes down. We're down to $2.40 where I live.
So gas and groceries are actually more expensive since Trump got in office. Gas has gone up.
No, it's
and
not.
Groceries have gone up.
Maybe if I think if you live in a major city, yes. I grew up
everywhere.
In freaking LA
national average.
Originally. No, it's not. Like where I live right now.
National average is up.
Where I live right now, eggs are $1.90.
Okay.
A carton.
So you want to know why eggs were more expensive in the past? Because of bird flu. Had nothing to do with the administration. If you look at overall groceries, grocery prices have gone up. You want to know why? Trump has imposed tariffs, which put upward pressure on prices. That's the reality. Okay.
I'm doing fine, and a majority of the people I'm friends with are doing just fine with when he came into office.
And you didn't accept that explanation under the Biden-Harris administration. If I were to just said that, like, me and my friends are doing good, no one would have accepted that. Everyone would have been like, you're delusional. You're not in touch with reality. You're not in touch with what it is for the average American, because that's bull. If you look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, it indicates on a national average, grocery prices and gas prices have gone up, and now it's exceedingly going up to a higher percentage, particularly because of the tariffs that have been implemented. So if you want to address the affordability crisis for Americans, do not vote in someone who is not worried about the affordability crisis and who's just utilizing it to get elected and just cares specifically about what's going to be beneficial for their rich friends and not for the average American. Donald Trump does not care about the average American. His policies reflect that.
Okay. What do you think about what he's done for? Because you talked about earlier, what was it? National security. All right. What's your big gripe about that? Like, since you wanted to vote for Kamala Harris, what do you think she was going to do to change different?
Kamala, and I don't think that she would have over 60 people off the coast of Venezuela with absolutely no evidence given to Congress that they specifically had any. That they would have under the Harris administration detained them once they got into the United States if they did actually have, right, and they would not have them, right? That's an example.
I mean,
right? I don't think she would have imposed trade wars around the entire world. I don't think that she would have threatened our allies with annexing them, like Canada, Greenland, and Panama.
Something drastic had to change. We were paying for so many other countries' stuff,
like
procedures for other countries to freaking go trans, freaking hormone treatments, all this kind of stuff is out of freaking whack. All right, this country was founded on Christianity.
Wait, hold on, stop. Where did you get that we were sending money to countries around the world for people to get procedures to be trans?
For sex changes?
Like, procedures don't make you trans, but no, give me a single source.
Senator Kennedy even freaking put it out on freaking national television.
Yeah, no, give me a source. Give me a source.
Senator Kennedy literally put it out on live TV.
A senator is not a source.
Are you kidding me?
Then who is the source then? What is your source then? Google?
Give me like a media. Give me any media source.
It was Fox News that was streaming it.
Fox News? Give me a Fox News title. I'll give you time to look it up.
Yeah.
It was literally when the Senate was in. They were freaking going over the stupid government shutdown that's been going on.
Been talking about it.
By the way, I can hear you guys in the background. There's probably someone listening to it. It sounds like, but yeah. So the idea is that one, you have to. I would need a source to verify this. It doesn't seem like there is a source to verify that. I'll give you time to look it up. I literally could just like, you could just do that right now. Just saying Fox News has reported on this, I don't think is a good enough source, or Senator Kennedy said something, right? Like I don't think that either of those are justifiable enough sources. I think that you need something to verify what they said.
Do you think we should give money to other countries for sex changes?
Can you address what I just said? That doesn't happen. That's not happening.
It has happened.
No, it hasn't.
Do you think America should pay for that?
That's not happening.
Yes, it has.
Under
No,
Democrats,
where? Who did we send money to do that?
I'll find it for you right now.
Okay. Let's give them a minute, everyone. Let's see if they can find it. Give them a second to find this information. I don't think that they will, to be honest. I honestly don't think that they will. Did you find it? Did you find your source, man?
Yeah, USAID freaking allocated funds to go send to Uganda for sex changes. Look it
What's
up
the
real
title?
quick so you're on a computer.
What's the title?
Oh, it's all over.
All over? What's the title?
The United States Agency for International Development allocated funds to an organization.
What's the title? What's the title?
You can even Google it. It's all over the place.
You can literally Google it.
No, what's the title?
Kennedy's even speaking about it.
They also did it in South Africa and India.
Okay. So where? Where's the title? Would you like to tell me a title?
All you have to do is Google, where did we send money to?
Yeah, and there's literally no evidence that I see. So would you like to provide me a title? You just telling me to Google is telling me to go to a search engine and go look it up after you just said that you were going to find it for us.
I don't know where the title's at.
Caroline Levitt is even talking about it.
Caroline Levitt is not a source. That is ridiculous. I need an actual source, not Caroline Levitt, not Senator Kennedy, not Fox News. I need an actual legitimate source. And there wasn't even a Fox News title. Like, I would accept the Fox News title over this.
Parker, you're such a narcissist.
How am I a
What
narcissist?
happened?
He wants to know why you think he's a narcissist.
You know what I think is funny is Charlie always beats your ass in any debate.
Name
and you
one
stand
point.
up here and you're nothing but a narcissist.
Name one point he
That's
beat
what
me
you
on.
are. You're a narcissist, and Charlie made you look like shit.
Name one
And
point
you know
he beat
that.
me
Everybody knows that.
on. Name one point he beat me on.
Okay.
It's all over the place.
Genuinely, name one point he beat me on.
You take your medicine, Parker.
Wait, tell me one point he beat me on. And I do need to get elevated talking to you in order to deal with it. Now, can you answer the question?
Are you Christian, Parker?
No. But I just want her to answer that question. Like, name one point that Charlie Kirk beat me on.
Those videos all over the place. He didn't want to deal with you.
I'd have to go back over it. It's been a while since I've
You
looked
don't know a single point, but yet you said he beat me on everything. Like, that's a ridiculous assertion. You can actually look at the debates. I don't think there's a single point you'd be able to point me to that specifically he beat me on.
Because you want to overspeak people. That's what you do, man.
Well,
Have you ever done
I
any
do it with
blood
some
in your
people. I don't do that with everyone. Like, you can watch
when were
you
you-
can watch my conversation with Jordan Peterson.
When were you born? When were you born?
2002.
2002. Okay. Have you done anything besides just this debate stuff and go to school?
Like what? Like, what are you asking for? Yes, I've done things outside of that. Like, I have a life. Like, I'm
What have you
confused what
done?
you're asking.
What have you attributed to this society?
What have I contributed to this society?
I'm just curious. I'm just curious to know Parker for who Parker is so I can have a better understanding. I'm not trying to have freaking a negative freaking talk.
I think how are you going to take out the biggest way in which I'm influential to society and then say how are you influential to society outside of this connotation? Well, I mean, I'm influential by like within my like family groups and like my like friend groups and stuff like that. Like, people care about me in that context, but the main way I'm influential is through the work that I do. Like, that's obvious.
You ever thought about maybe joining Turning Point?
Why would I join that horrible organization?
What
Why'd
do you
just
think
randomly
about
say
it?
that?
I genuinely would just want to know. I've always wanted to know.
Why?
honestly.
Why would I join Turning Point?
Think about Turning
They're
Point.
conservative. I'm not conservative.
Okay, but
They literally tried to get Trump elected. I'm literally arguing against Trump right now. Why would I join an organization that I vehemently disagree with?
Maybe you could change your ways.
okay, give me another Democratic, I guess, individual that you would vote for besides Kamala, like in the coming election.
Besides Kamala Harris, AOC.
Yeah.
I would vote for Gavin
Okay.
Newsom over JD Vance. Right? I would like
Okay.
more progressives, but I'm just saying practically any Democratic candidate. I would vote for Kamala Harris over JD Vance.
Okay, why? Okay, that's interesting actually. So why would you vote for Gavin over JD?
Why would I vote for Gavin over JD? Because I agree with
Yeah.
him more specifically on healthcare policy. I agree with him more on childcare policy. I agree with him more on access to abortion. And all the way, by the way, I just want to clarify. This is all a pivot. I don't know why you're asking me these questions.
Honestly, I just been wanting to ask you questions for a while. I just wanted to see what you thought on certain things. That's all.
But what were we originally saying? Like, wasn't she supposed to like provide me, like, what maybe why I'm a narcissist or like anything, or like
She
provide
thinks
a
that just
source?
because
What
you
was that
talk over
source? What was?
people.
How about you find that source and she needs to tell me what a narcissist is. So let me talk to her real
No.
quick while you find that source.
I couldn't find that source.
Oh, so you admit that it's not true?
You always think
It's
that
just-
you're correct.
I
and
saw
that's
it,
not.
man. I saw it. I don't know what source it is. I don't know if it was official or not. I just saw it, just like everybody else
So
sees things. Here and
okay,
there.
so then you don't hold that view anymore, that they were engaging in giving money to Uganda for sex changes.
No, if there's no proof, I'm not going to freaking
Yep,
follow it.
there's no evidence of that. Yep. So let me talk to her quick. She said, "I always think I'm correct." So no, I don't always think I'm correct. I just happen to be correct more than you, and that's pretty easy.
Yes, you do.
And that was also a narcissistic reply right there, man.
How is that a
Like
narcissistic reply?
you could have just said that you do your research and you prove the point.
Yeah, like that was it. I just said that.
Yeah, but you said it in a narcissistic way. Do you not understand
How
what
is
that
that?
is?
How is that said in
what
a
did you go to school
narcissistic
for?
way? What?
What did you go to school? What did you go to school for? Did you go to college?
Economics.
Okay, good degree. All right. Why?
Maybe I should just I should start telling people gender studies and see what their response is.
In this country.
That would be. I'm gonna start doing that from now on. I'm gonna start telling people my degree is in gender studies and see what their response is.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to respond to that
That's disgusting.
because I mean, abortion's wrong in my opinion.
Okay. But like, just because you think it's wrong doesn't mean it should be illegal, right?
It should be illegal.
Oh, why? Why?
Why would you take a life out of this world, huh? And you could
Well-
probably argue with me, oh, well, Trump, 60 people. I understand that.
Well, that
All
that
right.
is exactly what Trump did. That's not very pro-life, right? He
They were
literally
doing-
60 people with no evidence that given to Congress that they had. And even if they did, that's not evidence to them. You would just detain them once they get to U.S. waters. Is that pro-life?
He sent them to. But why would we detain people when we have the most incarcerated individuals per capita every year?
Why would we detain them? Because we would rather detain them. And if you have an issue with us having the most amount of people incarcerated per capita, then why are you advocating for Donald Trump specifically locking up people who have literally 70%, 70% of people who are detained by ICE have no prior criminal record? Why are you advocating for the massive scale of deportations and locking up of people who have not committed violent crimes or bad crimes, right? And the locking up of women. You just said that women should be locked up. Wait, do you think women should be locked up for getting abortions?
No.
Okay, well, that's Donald Trump's policies leading to that, because he put people in the Supreme Court with the explicit reason of overturning Roe versus Wade. It's led to women getting locked up for abortions in different states around the United States.
At a certain degree, we shouldn't do it. If it's early on, sure, why not?
Wait, so if it's early on, you would do it? Wait,
For certain reasons. If somebody
so
was
this, wait,
and
no,
stuff like that, then yeah.
In elective circumstances, do you think abortion is okay in the first trimester?
for certain reasons, for medical reasons.
I'm talking about in elective circumstances.
Like if they just want to do it just to do it.
Sick, if it's something medical nature.
Not
No, I
ready
don't
to have a
think
kid
that's right.
yet.
If
Why
you've
is that
made
wrong?
the choice, if you've made the choice to freaking have and you get pregnant, then that's on you. At least put it up for adoption.
No. Why can't you get an abortion? Why is an abortion wrong in the first trimester?
You made that choice. You have to live with it.
Okay, just because you had sex doesn't mean you have to go through a pregnancy. I'm not arguing. I think that's the ridiculous position right there.
So you would make somebody, let's say your girlfriend or whatever, I don't know if you have one, but would do that if you guys weren't ready to have a baby.
Yeah, if my girlfriend specifically got pregnant, and we're not ready to have a child yet, she doesn't want to have a child right now, I
Yeah.
would pay for her abortion.
Okay.
Do you think I should go to prison for paying for her
Oh, that's
abortion?
disgusting,
I don't think
Parker.
people should go to prison.
But
for
you think
doing
it's
that
wrong.
stuff.
You think I paid for under your view. You think I hired a hitman to a baby.
People get all the time.
So it should be legal for me to people?
You're just twisting it. You just said that you're okay with it.
That's your view. That's your view. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm saying under your view. I'm saying under your view, you think it should be legal for me to people. But then you think
No.
it should be illegal for them, and you are totally okay with that being illegal.
I don't think just because you want to do it, you should be able to do it. There has to be a good reason. Like there's something wrong. Like there's a life-threatening freaking.
No, in the situation that I brought up, it was literally just that like we're not ready for a kid yet.
Then no, you shouldn't. You should carry it out and then determine if you want to
So
keep
again,
it or
if I
not.
pay for her abortion, should I go to prison?
You should be reprimanded. Yes, I don't think prison's the big thing, but you should be reprimanded.
In what way?
A little bit of jail time, maybe for a year.
So I should go to jail for a year. That's prison, by the way. So I should go to prison for a year, right? For literally someone under your view. You think I should go to prison for a year?
If you do that, yes.
So prisoners should only be in prison for 1 year.
Yeah.
Maybe yes. If you have an abortion
It's murder.
and you chose to freaking have, all right, that's on you. Unprotected.
Listen. Do you think all should be in prison for just 1 year?
I think they should all be.
Okay. So then, do you think that if I paid for this abortion, I should be?
Yes, you can, buddy.
What? What?
You somebody. Yeah, Parker.
Dude,
I just paid you
what?
probably.
You think if I pay for an abortion, I should be?
A baby is a person.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude, that's nuts. That's nuts. I have a
don't care,
question.
man.
You're murdering.
You don't.
somebody.
I don't care, man. I don't care. How about this? I have a question. If I had a petri dish,
Murder
a zygote,
somebody.
I caused fertilization in a
Parker,
petri
you're
dish.
not a Christian, Parker.
Yeah, I'm not Christian. What about it?
Parker, you're not a Christian.
What about it?
Lawrence. All right.
I'm not Christian. What about it?
Exactly.
It's against all the views, man.
What was that supposed to be like an own or something? Yeah, I'm not Christian. What?
Yeah.
Wait. I have
Why
a
aren't
question.
you?
Have you read 1 Samuel 15:3?
Have you?
Yeah. God commands Saul and his men to slay the men, women, children, and infants of Amalek. If God commanded you and you were one of Saul's men, would you have slain the men, women, and children and infants of Amalek?
Quit twisting the Bible.
Really? You're twisting the Bible, big dog.
No, I'm not. I can read the verse to you.
Christians don't use Bible verses to fight. We don't do that as a Christian.
You don't use Bible verses to tell people what to do? I mean, there's so many Christians that have Bible verses in their literal bio. There's so many Christians that bring up Bible verses all the time to say that certain things are wrong or certain things are bad. You guys talked about the Bible all the time specifically to say that things should be wrong.
What was this country founded on? On what beliefs?
On secular based ideology, and also just because a country was founded on something doesn't mean it should be that way. There are plenty of things about our founding
many
fathers or our
members
founding
that
country
signed-
that was bad.
How many members that drew up the Constitution were Christian?
I think that most of them were deists and they weren't necessarily Christian. And even if they were Christian, they specifically advocated for secular based running of government, of separation of church and state.
Okay. But we were still founded on Christian values.
No, actually, the founding fathers said that it was explicitly not a Christian nation, and that it was specifically a separation of church and state. But I just want to let you know this: just because our country is founded on something, that doesn't mean it's good. Our country was founded on literal in colonialization, right? That's horrible.
Oh, yeah.
And atrocious. Just because our country is founded on something doesn't mean it's good.
What do you like about our country?
What do I like about our country? Well,
maybe
I
you
like
listen
I
to
like
us,
the
okay?
rule of law. I like checks and balances. I like democratic values and institutions. right? Things like that. Those things are good, and that's the great aspects of America. I like taking care of our community.
Okay, I can agree with you on that one.
Like, I want to establish a baseline for everyone.
What do you do to?
They're all atheists, you can tell.
Let's see.
Does she want to talk to me real quick?
No, she's just getting flustered. All
I
right.
don't know. I'll talk to her real quick. It's okay. She had something. She said, I'm an atheist. What about me being an atheist?
Are you an atheist?
Yes. I'm an agnostic
Oh, okay.
atheist.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's fine. I serve with people that are.
That's sad.
That's one of the benefits of me
How
being
is
in the
that
military. I get to see so many different people, so many different cultures and stuff like that. So like, I can't really say that. I honestly just got into this. I guess you could call it a debate, just to get your thought process on a bunch
Can I
of
ask
things.
her a
Just 'cause
question real
I
quick?
want to
Like,
understand
why it's bad for me to be an
What's up?
atheist?
She's the diehard Christian.
Okay, but like, does she think that
Yeah.
does she think that Christianity should be in the context of our like government? Like, does she believe in a separation of church and state?
No,
Yes, absolutely.
she thinks that we should freaking have faith in everything that we do.
Okay, so should Donald Trump go to prison for committing adultery on multiple different occasions?
Technically, that is a sin.
So should he go to prison for committing adultery on multiple different occasions? It's a violation of one of the 10 Commandments. Send that mother to prison.
Why hasn't he? Why wasn't he deemed?
But you don't go
Guilty.
to prison for adultery. in
One,
America.
adultery isn't illegal. Two, he literally was convicted of 34 felonies. He just wasn't put in prison because of the fact that he was literally elected president.
Yeah, good on him. He beat the
What do you
system.
mean good on him evading the law? What? I thought you guys cared
Yeah,
about
he-
the law.
There's a lot of aspects of the law that is freaking construed so people can freaking use it to their own benefit. It's been like that for hundreds of years, man. You look back in history. I'm
That
sure
doesn't
we
mean
can
it
agree
should
on
be that way.
to a degree. It shouldn't be that way, no. But it's gonna take some wild things to fix everything that's wrong with America.
It's
You know,
gonna
it's not
take
gonna be
wild
one
things
sing-
to fix everything.
It's not
Yeah,
gonna-
and
it's
it's
not gonna
not
be-
Trump.
I don't think it's.
It means
I don't
you
think it's
not
gonna be
supporting
one
Trump.
single
You know,
person,
one of the things
you know?
that we need to do is for you guys to stop supporting Trump. That's what we need.
I have views on both sides.
Why would we do that?
All right, that's just what I'm saying. I have views from both sides, the Democratic side and the Republican side. All right, I'm not just all for one or all for the other. That's why I wanted to see what your thought process. I'm always trying to pick the brains of everybody else so I can
Do you
understand.
think Trump is
exactly
Christian?
the confusion. I think he tries to be.
Well, he
I mean,
said
I
that
don't
he's
know him
never asked
personally. How
God.
do I
He
know?
said that he's never asked God for forgiveness. Did you know that?
I think he's Christian.
Yeah, I remember him mention that. I think.
Yeah. Can you name two of the aspects of the Bible that he upholds to a greater extent than Kamala Harris?
He's a perfect.
Let's think.
Oh, are you kidding me right now? This one just list the Bible.
What do you think? Well, no, not off the top of my head. I'd have to look into it actually.
Okay. So if we care about Christianity, it doesn't seem like Trump is the one upholding what Jesus mostly taught about. I think Jesus talked a lot about specifically providing people food, providing, people things that they need who are in positions in which they've been marginalized by the system, right? I think that's something that Jesus talked a lot about. Jesus did not talk a lot about, like putting people in prison for, getting an abortion, right? Or giving massive tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires, or, cutting children off of free school lunch and breakfast, and cutting
Yeah.
people off their health insurance benefits and increasing their health insurance premiums, and
Is that
mass deporting
happening?
people without giving them constitutionally protected rights of due process.
So for the health insurance and the school lunches, is that? I'm assuming. You're in California, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's happening there a lot. There's a lot of health insurance issues, and a lot of like kids getting out of like school lunches, like free school lunches and stuff.
Yeah. People can get free school lunch here.
So what? They can't. You just said they can get it there, but what's the problem? What do you? I thought you said there was a problem with it.
Yeah, in the country as a whole.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, certain cities and stuff. Yeah, it's harder to get it and stuff like that. My kids
Certain
get it.
states,
My
like
kids get it just
red
fine.
states, it's really hard. Like where I grew up
mean-
in Iowa. It's really hard in Iowa.
Okay. In Georgia, I haven't found any because I'm currently in Georgia right now. But like I haven't uh, seen it personally for my family or my buddies' families that I serve with. But I can understand maybe certain states. Yeah, like you just said, Iowa, maybe. I didn't look into
Yeah,
that.
like they've cut access to free school lunch and breakfast, which is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous because kids need to eat. But
Yeah, kids should be able to
um,
eat. And the fact that this bill even has in it, right, reducing kids' access to eat and giving massive tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires should get you to a point where you're like, okay, I can't support this guy anymore. He's cutting children's food access to give tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. That's everything that Jesus would advocate against.
You're talking about the cleaning resolution.
I'm talking about the big, beautiful bill. The
Oh, that one.
resolution
Okay.
specifically increases health insurance premiums for those that are on the ACA. Tens of millions of Americans will have increased health insurance premiums if we specifically do not have a negotiation by Democrats on that. Because all Democrats got, specifically when they voted to open the government, the few Democrats that did, the weak Democrats that did, is like a trust me, bro, from the Republicans that they're going to negotiate with us in a month. Like it's ridiculous. Like I'm really angry at Democrats, like who specifically conceded.
Oh, who voted with the bill?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, can you agree? At the end of the day, we just need to figure this stuff out when it comes to the government shutdown. I don't think kids lunches should be taken away, and if that is happening in the states, that needs to be addressed, not just by the state legislature,
It was
but also
by the big
for
beautiful
entire-
bill. It was because of the big beautiful bill. That's cutting children off of free school lunch and breakfast and people off of food stamps and health insurance that they need through Medicare or Medicaid.
Yeah, I can't really speak much on the healthcare stuff because I mean I get free healthcare no matter what, but
Everyone should have that. Like I really believe in that.
yeah. I mean, we just get it because we serve, but
We serve
Yeah.
though. That's different.
so that's just one of the entitlements. But I think everybody should have access to it. That's easier, I've seen family members because I grew up in California. I've seen family members freaking struggle. All right, my cousin, her husband struggled to even freaking get to the States. So I understand to a degree certain aspects of it. All right, I have immigrants in my family. I understand that. There
So
are
like
certain aspects that I like what
Sorry.
Donald Trump is doing, but then also I've just been, I don't know if I'm paying attention the right way or the wrong way, but every time a Democrat is in office, it just feels slightly worse for at least the areas that I've been in at that time.
Okay, so let's address this then. What is specifically worse?
Prices on things,
Okay. What else?
like gas will double where I'm at when Biden was in the office. Like it was doubled, like almost up to $5. Now it's back down to $2.54.
Okay. A few things.
I know California is probably still high. I understand that. I still have people that live there, but
A few things.
I
here.
don't.
That was
that?
not due to the Biden-Harris administration. That was due to the gas prices around the entire world being affected due to supply chain issues during the pandemic. One, due to the Russia-Ukraine war, which led to us getting less oil from Russia, which would have happened regardless of who was in office. I don't think there's any good argument to say that this wouldn't have happened if Trump were in office. I think that's obviously a ridiculous assertion. Secondly, gas prices since Trump got in office have actually gone up. Right? Not only gas prices, but also grocery prices and prices in general have gone up since Trump got in office, right? And if you want to look at the overall prices, right, in terms of like the rate in which it's going up, it's actually specifically trending upwards. It's continually trending upwards in terms of the rate it's increasing, which is definitely not good. And that's because of the fact that Trump has imposed tariffs, which put upward pressure on prices. So Trump actually ran on policies that increase your prices. Democrats don't have any policy that reduces your prices. Democrats are specifically hyper fixated and focused on reducing your costs as an average American. Trump is increasing your costs to give tax breaks and reduce costs to millionaires and billionaires so that they can profit more at your expense.
So you don't think the tariffs are actually going to have any benefit later on?
No, I don't think that tariffs will have a net benefit in the long run. I think tariffs have a net loss in the long run. They harm our economy. They have a regressive negative impact on lower and middle income individuals. And replacing income tax with tariffs is bad.
What about the money we've been making though? I was just curious.
Well, if you wanted to get revenue in terms of taxation, increase taxes on rich billionaires and millionaires and on the highest levels of income tax and capital gains tax, not specifically like, working people. I think that's ridiculous. That's what tariffs do.
So you think like maybe the middle class shouldn't have to worry about taxes?
I think that there should be less of a burden on working class people and more of a burden on the wealthy. And I think that tariffs shift that burden to harm working class Americans more rather than rich Americans.